Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people. Also, freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. This is Exposed News TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on the issue of the Biafran struggle. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed, and make sure you turn on your notification because we will be giving out information on Nnamdi Kanu, information on Simon Ekpa, and information on everything that pertains to the Biafran struggle. Okay, now straight up to the issue. Let us continue, raising our voices for the immediate and unconditional release of Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In as much as the Nigerian government, the Tinubu-led administration has continued from where the Buhari-led administration, stopped in the issue of Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will continue raising our voices as high as possible this period. In fact, I'll keep on using my YouTube platforms and all my platforms to continue to raise my voice and raise issues concerning Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till Onyendo is released. Currently, before the doctor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was allowed access, that was after they denied him access. We heard that morning that Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fainted twice. That was the behind the scenes story, the backstory, that Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fainted twice, and this is as a result of his blood pressure. He's having low BP, apart from other health issues currently. The truth is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs a good medication, not just any kind of medication. We're talking of medication, that requires him being flown out of the country for proper scrutiny, for proper health scrutiny. That is the kind of the kind of treatment he needs currently. And the truth is that we must all stand up, to do the needful for Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the reality is that the Nigerian government are bent strong on making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pie in DSS custody. That is their major their major plan. Without being told, by now you should know, they want Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pie in DSS custody. And I'm scared, honestly, because the major prayer of every true Biafran, every lover of freedom, is to see Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out and continue from where he stopped. Just imagine Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, working hand in hand for the freedom of their people, for the freedom of Biafrans. Just imagine it. Then you will see that things will continue to move, as speedily as possible. But that's the information getting to us. But his doctor later came and, at least a personal treatment has been ongoing. But the reality, let's face fact, the reality is that Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs to be flown out of this country, out of Nigeria. He needs to go out for a proper medical treatment as quickly as possible. Please listen to this video so that you will understand, the situation on ground, the situation of the things that is happening about Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not easy at this point in time for him. But we believe that the Nigerian government will fail in their quest of bringing down Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Also, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has declared a very big seat at home, so that he will send a strong message to the Nigerian government that we are not playing concerning Onnamdi Kanu. Let him remind them. Let him remind them. I'll keep on saying it. Now Simon Ekpa fit Nigeria. He is the right man. God knows how he does his thing. Simon Ekpa is the main person that feeds Nigeria. Because anyhow they want it, the guy is ready to give it to them. Hate him or like him, he does not care. But the major thing is that he is sending a statement both to the Nigerian government and to the world generally. As we all know that UK is going down currently. A huge protest is going on in some part of United Kingdom, but that is another story for another day. Let's focus on the release of Nnamdi Kanu, for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Please enjoy this video and make sure you share it to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Ndị be anyị dị egwu, ndị be anyị dị egwu, ndị be anyị obutalụ, ndị be anyị mmiri. But notwithstanding, I cannot buy the idea of ndị Igbo Afro Nwefe na is a lie, because you can never in any way get a tribe that loves themselves than the Igbo tribe. The only thing I know is that n'ebe enwele ife ọma enwekwala ife ọjọọ dị, because out of 12 apostles, one person sold Jesus Christ. So it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. Anywhere you see good thing, you must see bad thing within that place. Inside that, within that environment, you must see bad thing. Bad eggs must be there. Because the person who sold Jesus Christ was one of his own apostles. Onedoganya. So I am not surprised that his own people sold him. And I cannot use because of that and say, Ndibo, negezinti, rubbish faneku. It's a lie. Onwere any tribe no wa. Furu onwe fananya karịa ndị Igbo. No tribe. It is only the Igbos that can go travel outside the shores of the zoo and set up an empire. Empire in another man's world. Any country you travel today and you don't know anybody there, that's the first time you are traveling there. You take a taxi from the airport. Just ask the taxi driver. Just tell the taxi driver to take you to where Africans are or where Nigerians are. I don't have to say Nigerians, God forbid. Just tell the man, take you to where Africans are. That man will take you to where Igbos are. Because when you hear Africa, now we be the African. Now. And abroad, now we be Africa. Now we be African abroad. Because who else travels? Of course, Cameroonians travel, Ghanaians travel, other countries travel, but they can never build an empire. Whereby if you come to a place like a village, you see almost all the blacks there are Igbo dominated. You can no other tribe can do that. It's only the Igbos. At least we can use the zoo as an example. We can use the zoo as an example. Go to Alaba. It is only the Igbos. If you enter Lagos today and tell taxi driver, take me to a market that Igbos are trading, they will take you to Alaba or they will take you to trade fair. That one is a physical example. Now, talk less of abroad. So I cannot take because of the sabotage of the criminals and buy the idea of Nnamdi Kanu. It's a lie. So now they say, this man is a top member of the United Nations. He's going to help to bring Biafra, and Kechi. Nnamdi Kanu agreed, accepted the criminals. They were having meeting upon meeting on Zoom, not knowing that this man was a setup that they wanted to use to grab him. A setup by the zoo. And these criminals, they were all having meetings together. We are aware that that man was a zoo agent. And they used that man to grab Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not in any way ready to listen to anybody who will lure him to Africa. Because remember, sometime in the past, they have tried to lure him to India. I want you to remember that. Sometime in the past, they tried to lure the prime minister to India for organize, I don't know, they say it's a United Nation or whatever they were organizing in India. How many of you are aware of this information? Please let me know in the comment section. If you know, I want you to say it, just acknowledge it wholeheartedly if you know the information I'm talking about now. Couple of months, I think that happened last year, either last year or early this. I think that was last year, if I'm not mistaken. They tried to lure the prime minister, Mazi Samanekpa, to India, claiming that there's a United Nations organization or something. They were inviting the prime minister to come to India. How many of you saw that report? It was made, public that time. Thank you. A lot of people are confirming it. So, if I'm a megi igboriboa, ife ekwesịrị ime gị twice. Omegi nke izizi ji ewe mala ife. Somebody said 2022. No, it's not 2022. It was 2023 last year. Ife kwesịrị ime omegi once. Ome mistake ime gị once. Iji ewe mala ife. Mana ọ ka mma na omero gị cha ma abụrụ na ịmara ife. So they tried to lure him to India. He refused. So you can't lure him to Africa. So after the Igbo political criminals tried all their possible best and found out that it is impossible for them to bring down the prime minister, they now decided to go after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A couple of days ago, I told you during my live show, I told you that, look, they want to go and threaten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I told you that they want to go and tell him, take it or leave it. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say, no, I cannot take it, they will threaten and they will tell him, you will rot in jail. We are going to leave you to rot here. Do you remember I said something like this a couple of days ago? Do you remember? Please, I want confirmation. If you remember, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. I told you that they are going to threaten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that take it or leave it. And by the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say, I cannot take it, they will threaten him that we are going to leave you here, you are going to rot here. I said this thing just a couple of days ago, not even up to 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Not even up to 1 month. Yeah, thank you. People are confirming it because I remember I said it. So now, my question is this. Have they finally carried out the threat? And what are they telling him to take or leave? Drop Biafra agitation and be free. Distance yourself from Mazi Simon Ekpa and be free. Condemn him in the public and be free. And above all, initially it was disband ESN. I told you that in 2021. Initially it was disband ESN. But unfortunately to them now, they don't know which one to disband because there is no more ESN. What we have now is BLA, and BLA is under the command of the Biafra Republic government in exile, led by Mazi Simon Ekpa. So now it's a big problem now. The problem is enormous. It's a fantastic problem. Very, very fantastic problem. For everybody, for everybody. The problem is for everybody. Are you getting me? So, but we are on a more safer side because of what? We are in control. Are you paying attention? That is what makes the BRGIE on a safer side. That's what puts us on a more safer side because we are in control. So now they don't know which one to disband again, because initially during the time of Okwadike and Mbazulika Amechi, to his blessed memory, I don't have to say to their, because I'm referring to the soul and spirit of Mbazulika Amechi. Okwadike was never truthful. He was never genuine. The person who was genuinely asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu was Mbazulika Amechi. So to his blessed memory. But during their time, it was disband Eastern Security Network. Because let me tell you the truth. Do you want to hear the truth? Although I've said it before, but I'm going to repeat it again. Do you want to hear the truth? Biafrans, do you want to hear the truth? The truth, no, I cannot say it. I cannot say it. Let me reserve it. Let me reserve it. Let me reserve it. Unless if you say you want to hear the truth, I'll tell you. So, back in the days, it used to be disband ESN. so, so now there is no ESN to disband. So that is the problem. They say, as you say, okay, do you know the truth is this? The truth is, if we speak on radio from 1 year to another, from year to year, from year to year, 10 years to 20 years, from one decade to another, from one century to another, the truth is that nobody will pay attention to you. That is the truth. Ejidelo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka egbuo simply because he formed Eastern Security Network. And the zoo, the world, Britain, now realize that this man has finally gotten the key. He has finally gotten the key. That's why when he was arrested in 2015, they released him. In 2017, he was released. But this one, they didn't wait to arrest him anymore. They have to go and kidnap him because they knew this man has finally, if I want to since, he has finally gotten it. He has gotten the key to freedom. Anybody telling you we are peaceful agitators, we are, I don't understand. How do you agitate with microphone and you want to be free? Even Nnamdi Kanu himself told us that he's going to destroy the zoo with truth, without his microphone. He did it for many years. Nothing happened. Wisdom. Wisdom. He did it for many years. Nothing happened. Nothing. Rather, he was arrested and suffered for almost 2 years, and he was released. He said, I will destroy the zoo with my microphone, but he did it for over 10 years. Nothing happened. The zoo was not destroyed. But when the zoo knew that, yes, this man has finally come to destroy us, was when he formed ESN. They went to kidnap him in Kenya because they knew that this man, that thing he said, I would destroy the zoo, now he is now ready to destroy the zoo. They went to kidnap him. So, and we have that key that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took. We have it today. We have that key, and that's why the zoo is in shambles. That is the reason the zoo is in shambles and is already destroyed. Because there is no any government in the world that will allow any armed carrying group within its territory. No government. Even if you are in the bush, even if you like, don't come outside. As far as you are existing in that territory, you are not allowed. No government will allow that. So that problem will continue to linger until the end. Or when they told you there's one idiot that that said Nnamdi Kanu is cancer 1, Simon Ekpa is cancer 2. That idiot that said that thing is actually correct. But what I don't like is the way they made it as a prophecy. It is not a prophecy, it is the truth. And he made it in a way to attack the prime minister. He did that video in a way to attack the prime minister. So I don't want to go that side because he doesn't worth my time. He doesn't worth my Okoko does not worth my time. So, but that word he said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is cancer 1 and Simon Ekpa is cancer 2, is true. It's true. Whether they like it or not, it's true. And there's another thing he said, that if care is not taken, that they will eat the zoo until the zoo. He said it. And that is the truth. And the worst part is that he said if care is not taken, and that care can never be taken. That is the worst part of it all. The care that he said, if it's not taken, cannot be taken. Because of what? This cancer 1 and cancer 2 he talked about, even though he used that word, which is not right. Yet, it can never be removed from the body of the zoo. Because of what? The structure has been laid. The foundation has been laid. The army has been built. You cannot stop it. You can't take it. Oga Tagide Zoo. If we want to use that word that he said, that same thing will eat up the zoo until the zoo is collapsed. That is the reality. Or carry other one, or where's the another one? Anybody telling you we are peaceful agitators, we are fighting for freedom peacefully, you are not serious. You are just there deceiving people to contribute money for you. You were feed fat in Europe. Many of them do not have job. Many of them don't have job in Europe. So if it's true that they are cancers, they will eat up the zoo until the zoo collapses. That's all. That is the truth. So now, after the Igbo political criminals realize that it is impossible for them to stop the prime minister, what they have done is to carry out threat against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, we can now see that the DSS can no longer or does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have access to his medical doctor anymore. If not, this lockdown order was issued yesterday, and today they succumbed just to allow the medical doctor access to him to assess his his medical condition or status and give report. But we are waiting for that very report to be looked into, and attention given to him, that he may be taken to the hospital for a proper medical care. And let me tell them, take him to hospital. Don't worry whether we are going to come there to take him away. No. You don't even have to carry all the armory and everything to escort him to hospital. We don't have that time. We don't have that time and sending message to the zoo, to DSS. We do not have the time to come there to wrestle you and take our leader. We don't have that time. You hold him, no problem. By the time you release him, you beg him to go home. The zoo will beg Nnamdi Kanu to go home. They thought when they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, then we'll be shaking and then we'll be shivering and then we'll be begging them to release him. And then when we beg them, they will not give us condition. That's why I love the word of Nnamdi Kanu that day. Let me look for that video.